Dear friends, I'm Dr. Govind Gupta. I had been practicing this field of sexology or sexual medicine, sexual health for last 45 years. 45 years back when we started, there was a one slogan prevalent that used to tell people that this guy is a sexologist, and that slogan was happy married life. So when I started the practice and the patients started coming in, I found that there is one group of patients who are suffering from anxiety. What was their anxiety? Well, since they have done a lot of masturbation in their life, can they be able to perform and live a happy married life? So that was one case of anxiety. The other was, the people were unable to perform, and those people who are unable to perform, I found most of them to be very, very psychological. And what was the common psychological problem? A frequent fight between the husband and the wife. And what was the main cause? The anger issues. First, the wife gets angry, then the husband gets angry, then the wife gets angry, and the husband gets angry, and they lose the desire for sex. So that's how I learned the basic steps of anger management, and that is what I'm stressing is anger management is a very skillful art which everybody must master. So, the first lesson to live a happy married life is that a happy marriage depends on the union of two good forgivers. You have a problem, you have an anger issue because of your wife or your partner. Please forgive him or her. Sit down, talk to him, and move on. Don't don't get stuck with your anger. Anger is an antagonist emotion. Means something that's not happening according to your desire or will make you angry. And who gets angry very easily? The one who is very frustrated, and the other one who is suffering from the feeling of helplessness. So he says, I can't help myself, and he gets angry. So we have a solution in both the cases. Dear friends, before we proceed to tell you how to manage your anger and what is the basic concept of treatment or counseling of for anger management, I must make it clear to you why this counseling or treatment process is important. A lot of diseases can occur in the body because of this anger. Anger is an emotional thing, and I tell you with my clinical experience that 75% people suffer from emotional diseases rather than organic diseases. Now, right at the beginning, we need to assess the quantum of anger. How much the one person could be angry. And because of the anger, this person commits such a crime that leads to jail, or it is not that severe. And for this, we have found out a anger meter so that we can show this to the patient or to the affected persons, and we can find out at what level his anger is. This is important because if you want to treat something, then you must make a marking that this is the beginning point, so that when the treatment comes to an end or the counseling comes to an end, we can find out that this amount of gains the person has made. Anger goes into a cyclic phase, which is basically called aggression cycle. And what are the parts of this aggression cycle? The first part is escalation, second part is explosion, and the third part is the post explosion. So the anger starts, it increases, then the person explodes, and then he comes to the consequences, either damaging himself or damaging the property or committing a crime or whatever it is. So we go to the next topic as assessment and treatment. Dear friends, objective of the treatment or the counseling sessions is to prevent you or the person affected person in going into the explosive phase. So he has to learn about his escalation phase. So the first point he has to learn is why he gets angry. What is the things which he thinks is wrong for him. So he's asked to tell the circumstances leading to explosive anger. So once he speaks about his circumstances and gives cites 3 4 examples, a pattern emerges. A pattern in the sense that these are the factors which makes him angry, and the continuation of these patterns or these factors makes him extremely angry, and he goes into an explosive phase. So once you recognize the patterns of your anger, once you recognize the same type of features or environmental or changes in the environmental that leads to you in angry phase, you need to either change your circumstances or you need to stop at the escalation phase. So very simple, this is making you angry, get out of the scene. That is one simple way. There are many other simple ways comes out, more solutions comes out, depending on the person's nature, depending on his circumstances, environment. So that is how he can manage his own anger. So recognition of the warning signs is the important stepping stone in the management of anger and also within the framework of married life. Dear friends, thank you for listening to us. Dear friends, if you have got any problem in marriage, any married related problems, whether it is psychological or physiological or vascular or whatever you can call it, we are able to diagnose, we are able to treat. And basically, this is what the marriage counseling is all about. And this is anger management, is the first stepping stone in the marriage counseling. Because of the anger, you will lose your passion, you will lose your prestige, and you lose a lot of things and you gain nothing. So, to avoid the anger, you've got to understand the warning signals, and for this, you need to discuss with somebody who is very experienced in this field. Again, I must thank you for your patience.